Hello folks, a little follow-up from the last video. I may sound different because medical news. I've broken my teeth. I've had falsies on the front for about 20 years and they've finally given up the ghost. I've split them in two. So yes, dentist on Tuesday for a new impression, etc. And that'll probably be about 700 quid, but there you go. Life happens, but you know, got my money's worth out of them. But yes, I'm a bit of a gummy fucker at the moment, so I'll sound a little bit different. Right, just update on Phyllis. I said on the last video she had a little oil leak, and she did, and it was from this corner of the stator cover. As far as I could work out, I scraped it up and cleaned it as best I could, and we put a new gasket in and what have you. But what I've done is I took it all off, cleaned it all off again, and either side of the gasket I put a layer of this bastard Permatex Aviation former gasket. It's very good stuff. I sealed up the tank on the Aprilia on that because I drilled through it with a larger bolt like an idiot, and it did it. Put some of that behind the bolt, left it to cure, and it's never leaked since. So I've just put some of that on, left it overnight. Went for a motorcycle ride with Captain Redbeard yesterday, and we ended up we were going to Weedon to have a look at the antique shops and a cake, and I went by the Blue Lias in Longitch. It comes down sometimes on some addresses as Southam. It's definitely Longitch. Very good, highly recommended. Fat Bob's Calf, brilliant food, although I was on soft food because I did not want to. I've glued my dentures, which you absolutely shouldn't do, but I did. And I was on soft food yesterday just in case I cracked the bastards again. So yes, but the breakfast that Mr. Mark had looked absolutely bally-wonderful. So yes, we went from there, then we went to Weedon. So yeah, good day out yesterday. We only did about 66 miles pootling along. It was nice, really nice. So yes, this is what I'm doing. I'm putting Phyllis back together. To get the cover off, you have to drop the foot peg out of the way. 4 bolts. And it's out the way. I've got a bag of new filters, etc. Yes. I've got 3 for Phyllis, 1 for the Aprilia because I intend to do an oil change on the Aprilia, and I've also got a new rear brake light switch for Phyllis because I think the old one is buggered. I'm fairly sure actually. So yeah, got one of them. Weren't expensive, probably 7 quid. So yes, so we've got a new filter. I did have a look at the filter I took out, and the only thing that was in, I took the gauze screen out as well, and the only thing that was in there, a tiny amount of silicone from the High Lamar, which we sealed the cases with. Tiny bits. Filters caught them and the gauze caught them. There are no really tiny small oil passageways in this engine. Obviously you've got ones that like the bearings are pretty open and stuff like that. It's not like some other engines where they've got very tiny holes, and something like that will fuck it. It'll block an oil way and it'll fuck it. This doesn't suffer from it, fortunately. So yes, we've cleaned everything up. I flushed the cases through with some brake cleaner over there, Quinton Hazel. Yes, I do believe I got from Napa. Very good value. So that's what I've done. She's all ready to have the filter put back in, have the oil put back in, and we'll assemble the catastrophic fucking mess I've made. Yes.
12 seconds later.
You bugger! I can't see. There we go. Lovely. Splendid. Bloody marvellous.
Yeah, well that's it folks, filter changed, 800 millilitres of oil put in, which is the recommended amount for an oil and filter change. It's slightly less for just oil. I always do the filter. They're a couple of quid, it's daft not to. I always clean out the gauze as well, because again, daft not to. Because these little engines, they work hard, they work their oil hard. It won't take long before that's black as the black man's armpit. So yes, I've topped it up, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the bike, let it run for a minute, get it all round, yeah baby, and then I am going to check the sight glass at the side and top up as necessary, because I set the level by the sight glass, because the 800mm, it's neither here nor there really. You might need to put a tad more in, you might not need to touch it, but I'm going to move the bike over a bit so I can get my fat whale-like body along the side and get a decent reading on the sight glass. And then when I've moved the bike over, I'll have a little bit of room. I'm going to plug the battery charger into the Aprilia. Shall I do the tyre today? No, I can't be arsed. Anyway, suppose we better start the little fucker. So you should be able to see there, we're now up to the level. I had to add a little spot, and I started it with the cap off, and it's now misted the bike in oil, but that's fine because it will treat the plastic. That's it folks, job done. I'm just going to leave it a minute, make sure my little oil leak doesn't reappear. I can't see why it would. there's no oil leaks from the split in the centre casing or anything. And look how beautiful that plastic looks with the sheen of oil on it. Yes, which hopefully is the only external part which will get oil on it. So yes, I might take it a little rip later. It's a bit early yet. It's I don't think it's even 8 o'clock in the morning. But I wanted to get the job done. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it here for an hour or two. See if anything occurs. I've got my cardboard of condemnation in case we do get a leak. That will tell me where it is. Yes, so that'll do then. Yes, say goodbye, James. Goodbye for this bit. Yes, I'm back in the shed because I've done a thing. Yes, I've added a screen. Although I couldn't use the correct adapters that came with it, which were mirror adapters with holes in there, and you put these rod things in the holes. So we'll just see how that goes. I've got some thread adapters and stuff coming, so that should be alright. But mainly, I came in the shed because I left Phyllis yesterday, and I want to see if she's leaking any oil. And it doesn't look like she is. I noticed this little spot of oil on the ground the other day because I took her to work, and very, very enjoyable. And there was a little spot of oil, but I had just lubed the chain, and the chain lube that I'm using I just got from eBay. I'd never heard of the company, but it's quite fluid. When I do the Z, I end up with a bit of splash on my left boot, funny enough, because it sprays out the front sprocket cover. And I'm thinking that was probably it. If not, then if it's still got a leak, I'm going to put Phyllis up on the bike lift. I'm going to sort the bike lift out there, get her up on the lift so I can have a look under her without, lying down on the floor, and just see if the centre seam's leaking a little bit or something. So we shall see. But I've got plans for Phyllis. I want to take some of this bodywork off, and I want to weld a set of, this is going to sound silly, I want to weld a set of foot pegs up there, because when my legs are out the way of the wind, the engine note changes dramatically. The load just drops off the engine, and you do genuinely gain about another easy 10 miles an hour, and it's not really uncomfortable to sit there with your legs up there. So I don't know, I could sort of, now I've got a welder, I could sort of make my own rack that goes in there that doubles up as a foot peg. Who knows? Anyway, I'm not expecting any further troubles on our journeys because I have, ladies and gentlemen, I think you'll be impressed with this. I think Mr. Clarkson will be impressed with this. Mini Jesus! Yes, Mini Jesus. I saw one up the calf, and I thought, I've got to have one. So I came back home, went on eBay, and sure enough, you buy a bag of 10 Mini Jesus. So look, there's one on the back of the top box. There's one in the car. There's one there. And so, I have the Lord has my shepherd. He makes a good pie. This weekend, I haven't really got any plans for this weekend, but I would like to get a bit more fuel for the Aprilia, because I ran it the other day and ran it up to temp and all that lot, and I think I've used all the available fuel in it because I didn't put a lot in. I may even get the back tyre out, and I'll either have a go at fitting that back tyre, or I'll give it my friend Harry Mark and he'll do it, and I'll have to buy him a breakfast. Oh dear, what a shame, because I'll have to go with him. Anyway, that's it for this one. I just thought you'd enjoy a little bit of an update. And yes, I'm going to go and have my tea now. Swedish meatballs. Yes. Yes, how